There's a lot of hype surrounding stablecoins right now, with the recent World Economic Forum in Davos, as well as major news stations such as CNBC doing pieces on stablecoins. So clearly, they're gearing up the public to get ready for this next step in the new financial system. But what is a stablecoin? Digital Perspectives posted this, and I think it explains it well. A stablecoin is a cryptocurrency that aims to maintain a stable value by being pegged to a specific asset, typically a fiat currency like the US dollar or a commodity such as gold. The main purpose of a stablecoin is to minimize price volatility and provide a more reliable medium of exchange in the world of cryptocurrencies. On the other hand, a global stablecoin is a type of stablecoin that is designed to be used on a global scale, transcending national boundaries and offering a standardized form of digital currency for international transactions. Global stablecoins often aim to facilitate cross-border payments. Sounds like Ripple, and provide an alternative to traditional banking systems, which can be slow and expensive for international transfers. And the next part is central bank digital currencies for cross-border payments. This was a piece by the World Bank Group. And what's very interesting about this is that in this PDF, I downloaded it on page 31. Stablecoin refers to a class of digital currencies that are relatively stable in terms of their price. Stablecoins offer instantaneous processing and security of payments as many cryptocurrencies do. They offer stability with respect to their parity against fiat currencies. Two digital currencies that fall into this category are RippleNet's native digital currency Ripple, XRP, and Stellar Networks' native cryptocurrency, the Stellar Lumen XLM. Now, the question is, the world's central bank, either they don't know what they're talking about or they're leaking information. It's only two options. And that's interesting that they mentioned XRP and XLM as a stablecoin. Because I had to look into it using what? Gematria, the coding of letters, numbers, and words done by the elite, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Jesuits, whatever you want to call them. Now, when you look at stablecoin, it equals 62. Interesting that I mentioned XRP because, drumroll please, Ripple XRP 62 bingo. But not only is Ripple XRP 62, just like stablecoin, but for some strange reason, Stellar XLM also equals 62. Double bingo. So both of these cryptocurrencies are also ISO 20022. Can't forget that. Compliant. Which, of course, as you can already tell, it equals 62. This ISO 222 is set to do away with or upgrade the legacy system, which is an archaic system that the banks and all sorts of institutions still run on. This legacy system is outdated. Corda R3, which has connections to all the X coins, XRP, XDC, XLM, also equals 62. I'm just going to give you a visual. Yeah, Corda R3, right? Global financial leaders rely on R3's Corda because it is a modern cloud-based DLT platform that can scale for growth in large volumes while offering network mobile flexibility. Corda is really big on distributed ledger technology, right? DLT networks, but it also equals 62. One thing that just popped up, this article, The Economist, which get ready for a world currency, where we were talking about the stablecoin, how it could be backed by a basket of assets, not just the US dollar. Who would want a coin backed by the US dollar? So if it's backed by assets, whether it be oil, gold, silver, or just an overall basket of assets, tokenized assets. When you read this article, which is another video, if you haven't read it on your own, it talks about the Phoenix being a basket of currencies starting out like that, which is very interesting. But the whole point of this was that this article, when it was dropped, well, it was dropped January 9th, 1988, 62. And that's important because it's literally getting rid of fiat currency, paper currency. In other words, setting the world up for digital money. 62. It could be backed by gold, you never know, or at least some of it. 62, also gold currency, but gold is going to obviously be reevaluated. Gold is over 2,000 an ounce. I could easily see gold being 10,000 an ounce at the very minimum in the next several years, especially if the dollar starts collapsing. Okay, if the DXY crashes, stocks are going to go up, crypto's going to go crazy. Okay, gold is going to go bananas, silver, not financial advice, which could really set the stage for the fourth industrial revolution. In other words, a great wealth transfer. 62. Speaking of money, your Rosie Rios is also 62, whose signature is on our money, as she was the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, and also on the board of Ripple. Speaking of Ripple, also, your boy, the main man with the plan, possibly the world's first trillionaire, Garlinghouse. I mean, if everything goes to plan. Garlinghouse, 62. All of this is possible because of the World Wide Web. 62. Banks are in league. Bank of Japan, which is really big on CBDCs, and not only CBDCs but stablecoins, as well as Bank of England. All the banks, but I'm just showing you. Well, forget that one. That one was neither here nor there. Where I was going with that was this Easy Cash 62, because and I've got to look into this Illuminati. I've looked at it. There's some pretty interesting Illuminati cards, but that's gonna have to be its own series. Is just looking at certain Illuminati cards. But this one I thought was interesting because Easy Cash equals 62, like stablecoin. It says insufficient funds and it's Bank of England. And Bank of England is privy to stablecoins. Here's an article right here from the Bank of England.co.uk. What is a stablecoin? Blah, blah, blah. All right, so the whole world is getting ready for this stablecoin. Speaking of Circle IPO, I see a Ripple IPO coming, also 62. You might ask, well, what about a XRP ETF? You know what? I don't see nothing that says XRP ETF, to be quite honest with you. ETP, yes, but XRP ETF, I don't see anything. I did the numbers, I don't see it. I just don't see it. And why would you? It's a currency. But another interesting one is Council on Foreign Relations. Heavy hitters, the CFR. Basically the leading world voice for economies, or foreign economies and foreign relations, equals 293, the 62nd prime number, 62. And to end it off, which is, it'll be the gift if we come up and we get rich on this in the great wealth transfer. But the problem is along with this, with our XRP going to the moon and our cryptocurrencies going to the moon, our gold going to the moon, is that it likely coincides with a US dollar collapse. 62 in your Chaldean.